Battle of the Network shows. Join Rick Brooks and Mike Kogel as they explore the TV of the 70s and 80s through hand-picked episodes of their favorite and not-so-favorite series.
Welcome to a Battle of the Network Shows bonus episode. I'm Mike.
And I'm Rick. Hello, everyone.
I've been hearing around the production office that you've been working in secret with the game committee on a new game.
Oh, boy, you are good, Mike. You are good.
The gossip around that production office is...
I can confirm it, but I think that we've kept the premise of the game under wraps. But yes, we have indeed come up with a new game idea, and I think people do enjoy the games we play. And one thing that's consistent with some of the past games we've done is you're going to be in the hot seat on this one again.
Oh. Guess that's how it's going to work if you're coming up with the idea.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I misspoke, by the way. I said the game committee, not the game committee, but the game lab.
The game lab, yes.
Yes, the game lab at BOTNS Labs.
Yeah, well, I noticed a couple times you kind of walked by and sort of knocked on the door, in the basement lab there.
Yeah.
And I hated to do it, but I had to pretend that I wasn't in there because I didn't want to, reveal things to you. Because I wanted this to be spontaneous here on the air, so... This idea I had, it kind of ties into something we've talked about on the podcast several times before, Mike. One thing that we've mentioned is one of the laws of television, I think, is that almost always, if you take a program and you make something called the new of that program, it's going to be terrible. And that applies in many aspects in life, right? New Coke didn't work. And many new TV shows didn't work. Maybe some worked better than others, but what I thought might be interesting to do is I have a list of television shows, new shows, not something just like The New Show, which was Lorne Michaels' sketch comedy program.
Didn't work.
Yes, actual reworkings of or things that put the new, meant to evoke the original, okay? Now what I have is I have a list of real ones, but also sprinkled in are some fake ones, and I thought I'd grill you and see if you can guess which ones are legitimate and which ones I made up for the purpose of the game. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Okay, well, maybe we can get a little traveling music from Bobby and the boys.
Yep.
In the BOTNS Orchestra. Welcome back, gents. And I will just read the name of the show, and you can tell me if it's real or not. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I randomized this list. So
okay.
I did an official randomizer, and we're no worries there. First up is The New Gidget. Is that an actual show, or did I make that up?
That's an actual show.
It is an actual show. It was from 1987, and it was in first-run syndication. Was that one you watched, Mike?
I don't know if I watched it, but I remember it.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
I hadn't really watched the original Gidget.
Yeah.
Which, of course, was based on some movies.
Correct.
Which might have been based on some books. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a long thread that I think finally kind of died out around this failed effort. I do think first-run syndication helped some of these shows, or kind of gave the impetus. You're looking for an established brand name, and that's why some of these were created. Okay, how about the new Mickey Mouse Club? Yes, that's correct. And there were actually two versions of that. There was the 1989 Disney Channel version and also a 1977 syndicated version, which I believe had Lisa Whelchel from The Facts of Life as one of the Musketeers.
Yeah,
okay. So far, so good. 2 for 2. How about the new Howdy Doody? The new Howdy Doody show. Of course, very popular in the 1950s, the early ages of juvenile television. It was a big hit.
Yeah, I'll say that's...
Yes, it was in first-run syndication again in 1976, and Buffalo Bob, I think, was back for that one, and Howdy Doody himself returned for that one, too.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, they didn't try to get some other actor playing Howdy Doody.
Right, what about, who else was in it?
Clarabelle.
Clarabelle, yeah.
Yeah, and Barco the dog was a new addition, I think, for that one. Boy, some dogs just don't like clowns.
No. Who would like Barco the clown?
Okay, so the new Howdy Doody show, yes, 1976, first-run syndication. Okay, how about the new Merv Griffin hour?
I'm going to say no.
Correct, that's one I made up. Merv Griffin stayed with the old Merv Griffin for many years.
I like the title.
Yeah. Okay, how about the new Captain Kangaroo?
I'm going to say no on that.
You are correct. That one is one I made up as well. All right, moving on. The new Bill Cosby show.
Yes.
Yes, it is. And actually, though, it was a variety show on CBS in 1972.
Okay.
Did not last long, not one of his more popular ones, but that is legitimate.
Was that after the gym teacher show?
Yes, I think it was right after the gym teacher show, which I think that one was on NBC.
What a great title that is, the gym teacher show.
Yeah. Pretty much lays it out there, though.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. The new Red Fox show.
I say no.
Correct, I made that one up as well. I should mention, too, all these shows are from the Battle of the Network shows era. So something like the new Loretta Young show, the new Phil Silvers show, those are not eligible for this list. And also remember that this is completely randomized, too. So, all right, so far, I think you're 7 for 7, Mike. How about the new Dick Van Dyke show?
Yes.
That is true, yes. I think that actually got 2 seasons in the early 1970s. Yeah, 1971 on CBS.
And is that the show that people sort of rejected because they thought he had divorced Mary Tyler Moore?
I think so. It must have been. Hope Lang, I think, was his wife on that one. Okay, how about the new Lassie?
Yes.
Yes, correct. That was in syndication in 1989. All right, how about the new Leave It to Beaver?
Yes.
Yes, that was an easy one. We talked about that in our TBS episode you can get in the archives. All right, so far you're about halfway done, and you've got them all right. The new Dick Cavett show.
Well, he did many shows. I'm going to say yes.
That one I made up.
No.
He did do new shows, but he never branded anything as the new Dick Cavett show.
He's too smart for that.
I believe in the advice of Woody Allen.
Yeah.
Okay, how about the new Mike Hammer?
Yes.
Yes, that was on CBS in the 1980s. All right, how about this one? The new $64,000 question.
I'm going to say no. My thinking is that it was a different dollar amount at some point. They raised it to $64,000.
Your no is correct. I made that up while there were, I think, new variations of like various pyramids and other game shows. I think that was a popular thing to add new to something, like the new Newlywed Game, things like that. The $64,000 question was not revived. I think that was one of the crooked game shows,
Yeah.
So they did not bring that back.
Right. They should have just, the fact that it had that sort of off-kilter number.
Yeah.
Thrown suspicion on it right away.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Well, it's really $65,000.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting 1,000 of that. So.
Yeah, about the new Outer Limits.
No, I think it was just called the Outer Limits.
You are correct. There was no new Outer Limits, and I think the same with the Twilight Zone ones. All right, how about this one? The new American Bandstand. That was true.
Oh.
That is a real one, and it seems weird that Dick Clark would have one called The New American Bandstand, considering the show had been on for like 30 years.
Right.
But it was in syndication in 1987, and I believe also on USA Network around that time too. But that was legit. All right, how about The New Monkees?
That's legit.
Yes, it is, The New Monkees. Again, 1987, first-run syndication with an all-new cast.
Playing the same characters.
Yes, trying to cash in on the monkey craze of the time,
Right.
the Monkees revival.
That just, it seems like really they should have come up with new characters.
Yeah.
Instead of having guys dress up as characters that other guys played, but everyone identifies with the real people. It just, yeah.
Yeah, ill-advised to say the least.
Yes.
All right, how about the new Lawrence Welk show?
That seems too jazzy for him. I'm going to go with no.
Correct, I made that one up too, yes. Okay, how about the new 77 Sunset Strip?
I'm going to go with yes on that.
Actually, I made that one up.
Oh, okay.
Sadly, there was only one 77 Sunset Strip. Next up, the new Andy Griffith show.
Yes.
That is correct. That one's tricky. I think that's the show that had kind of a format change and was Headmaster / the new Andy Griffith show. I think they retooled it mid-season, changed names. But yes, there was a new Andy Griffith show, which, that really is kind of, some of these can just kind of sound, desperate. I mean, this one and the Dick Van Dyke show, just call it something else, really,
Right.
It does seem kind of an insult when you got a show that was that popular.
Just call it Andy.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
And Van Dyke. Don't call it the other thing. But
I mean, look at what Bob Newhart did.
yeah, exactly.
And he had new in his name.
Right.
But he overcame it.
Yeah, right. They probably couldn't have done the new Newhart.
Yeah.
The all new Newhart.
Yeah. Although I can see a promo for him like stammering through like a 30-second promo explaining what the show is and why it's new. They could have just done the promo probably and scrapped the show. Would have been the way to go on that one. Okay, we're almost done here. The new Love American Style.
No.
That one is actually true.
Really?
Yes, and this is very interesting to me. I don't remember this at all, but it was a daytime show on ABC in 1985 to 1986. It didn't last very long. It got creamed by Price is Right, I think. But yeah, it was using the same formula as the original Love American Style and putting it on as a daytime original.
Huh.
Yeah, pretty interesting. And finally, last but not least, maybe least, the new Odd Couple.
Yes.
Yes, you were a fan of the new Odd Couple.
Yeah.
All right, well...
Ron Glass and Damond Wilson, right?
Yes. Mike, you got 17 out of 21 right. I think that
Hey,
is an excellent job in a new game.
using my deductive reasoning skills / memory, I think I did okay.
Yes, you did. And now I've got the whole list here in front of me, but going through like the legit ones on the list, none of them would be considered like a big success. I don't think any of these, maybe the new Mickey Mouse Club, but you're using like an entirely different cast and remaking a show for a new generation. That's probably the only reason that worked. But a lot of these are just like massive failures.
Yeah, and some of them, like the new Gidget and the new Monkeys, and maybe even the new Odd Couple, I guess, it just seems lazy.
Yeah.
Like even lazier than the sort of reboots of today, which are at least usually bringing back the original cast.
Yeah, I believe the new Odd Couple used some of the scripts from the old series.
I think so, yeah.
And at least in that one, I guess you could make the argument that, like, well, it's a play, you had a movie.
Right.
It's worked with different casts before, and now you've got, two black actors. Maybe worth a shot. But, yeah, it just didn't work, although, that might be due for a reappraisal at some point, the new Odd Couple.
Yeah, it might be fine.
Some of these other ones, I guess the new Mike Hammer, I think, worked for a while.
I think so. And that was more just like, well, I don't know. I'm confused about that.
I think it was more a continuation.
Of the previous, it was the same Stacy Keach thing, right?
Right, yeah.
And they either canceled it and it came back, or did it switch networks? Or
Yeah, I think, well, actually, there were multiple new Mike Hammers, I think.
Okay.
We'll have to check on this one, but I think it came back on CBS as the new Mike Hammer, and I think they revived it again later. But I don't think they called it the new Mike Hammer, but...
Right, yeah.
I have to look into that.
They just called it Hammer.
Yeah, they should have called it Mike. That's a good name.
Hey, yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, that would work for a TV show, I think.
Yeah. The all-new Mike Hammer.
Yeah.
The all special, all-new.
Yeah.
All-star Mike Hammer.
There you go. I like the all-star Mike Hammer.
Right.
With, like, Don Pardo or somebody as the announcer, just introducing it each week as the all-star Mike Hammer.
Right. A different actor playing Mike Hammer every week.
Yeah. And he would, like, just come down from the audience, like, each, onto a set each episode and jump right into the role.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you one thing is a lesson here is I don't think you'll see the new Battle of the Network shows anytime soon. We'll have new episodes of it.
Yes.
But if we have to take a break and relaunch it someday, let's not call it the new Battle of the Network shows.
We'll call it Battle of the Network Shows 2.
Yeah.
With Roman numerals.
Yes. That'd be much better.
Battle of the Network Shows, the movie. Maybe we'll do that someday.
Ooh, now that's intriguing.
I'm not sure how that would work, but, some of our YouTube comments make clear. We might need some more visuals.
Yes. It's a podcast, folks. This is a podcast.
Yes. Okay.
Well, congratulations again, Mike, and thanks again to the folks in the Game Lab that helped me develop this.
They're so good.
Yes, thanks to Bobby and the BOTNS Orchestra. Thanks to you, Mike, for being such a good sport.
Yeah, all right. Thank you for working so hard on this.
You're welcome. Join us next time for another exciting episode of Battle of the Network shows. Learn more, leave feedback, and suggest future episodes at battleofthenetworkshows.com. Follow us on Twitter at BatNetShows and like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Battle of the Network Shows.